What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. So I actually just decided to pick up this camera and vlog. Like, I have no real plan for this video. I was just making breakfast and I was like, you know, I'm going to vlog today. So what's up? If you're new here, welcome to my channel. If not, thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting. Be sure to go ahead and give this video a thumbs up and subscribe below to support my channel and my content if you do enjoy it. But anyways, so I am currently making some breakfast. So I did oats and I put this vegan protein in there. I just did a full scoop of this, and then I'm gonna put some peanut butter on my oats, and then I also have a little bowl of strawberries. So it's currently 11 a.m. I have kind of been pushing my meals back a little bit later in the day just because I just kind of like to wake up, make some coffee, get to work. I was actually waiting to drink my coffee until like 11, but yeah, I can't work without it. So I'm just doing that right when I wake up. Just a little bit of sugar-free vanilla, a little bit of almond milk, and yeah, so I'm gonna finish making my breakfast. Not exactly sure what this vlog will hold, but so that's that. Enjoy the vlog. You guys, all right, so I'm about to head to the gym and I'm gonna be taking my pre-workout. This is AlphaCree HD. This is a non-stimulant pre-workout. It's my favorite one. Super basic pre-workout, just has electrolytes, creatine, beta-alanine, and that is why I love it, because those ingredients are all very like research backed. And I also like to get my caffeine from coffee normally. So I really like that this is non-stimulant as well. So I'm gonna take this, and I have legs today. So that, I was just kind of updating you guys on that. I just finished up all my client check-ins, well, except for 2. And so yeah, that's what I'm about to do. And I'll catch up with you guys when I get back. So I'm home from the gym and I'm just gonna show you guys what I just made really quick because I'm starving. So I'm gonna show you that and then I'll catch up with you after I eat it. All right, so we have an apple with cinnamon. This is just a Joseph's pita with buffalo dip and lean ground beef. I have some roasted broccoli and then just a little bit of the leftover beef that wouldn't fit in here. And then I have a little post-workout shake. So I did half scoop of Formula 1 and a little bit of Ignition here with just water for some more protein and carbs. And yeah, that's gonna be my post-workout. Friends, all right, so it is now actually Tuesday, so it's a day later. Monday ended up being crazy busy. After I worked out, I don't even remember, like, you know those days that are so busy that you're like, what did I even do? Yeah, it was one of those days. So my meals were just like super quick and random, and yeah, I didn't vlog again. So it's currently Tuesday. It was 5:13 p.m. I just got back from doing a little photo shoot thing just for fun. I try to do them occasionally just to get content for Instagram and all that fun stuff. So yeah, that is what I just did. But I also just kind of want to update you guys. So I'm doing a little shoot with going down to St. Louis and doing a little shoot with First Form at the end of this month. So I am kind of doing a little mini cut kind of deal. So I am currently tracking my intake, adding in a little bit of cardio. So I thought that while I was on, you know, the subject of that, well, first of all, I kind of just wanted to say, because I have gotten some questions just like on Instagram about, in general, I thought you were done with tracking, and I kind of wanted to clear that up, that I never said that I was done. I literally just was like, it was making me really annoyed at the moment, so I stopped. But right now I have a very specific goal, so, you know, specific goals do call for specific measures. That's kind of how I view macros in general. It's like, obviously with a client at first, yes, they're super useful in getting, you know, these foundations nailed down, teaching, and then from there, I just think it's kind of like, if it has a negative impact on your life at the moment, sure, like stop for a while, take a break from it if it's making you anxious, if you feel that you don't have a specific really goal at the moment. But if you ever need to throw it back in, like, I just don't pick sides on that kind of stuff. Like, I think that both have their place and can both work together very well. if people would just not pick sides. So yeah, anyways though, that's in a couple of weeks, so I am going to be tracking until I go there, possibly a little bit after as well for the Arnold. I don't know yet. I am going to the Arnold, but we'll see if I continue the little cut. We will see, because I am still mentally not like, I don't think that I really am going to be that strict with it if I do, but I mean, I might just try to tone up a little bit or slim down, whatever word you want to use, get off a little bit of body fat before I go, because honestly over Christmas and New Year's definitely put on a little bit, but that's okay. Anyways though, I wanted to give you guys just a couple of dieting tips that I have found useful the past few days, because I feel like at the beginning of going into a deficit it's always like the worst, because like you're used to not being hungry, and then whenever you put yourself in a deficit your body's like, what are you doing? So I wanted to give you guys a couple of just my tips for that, and hopefully it will help some of you guys out. So I'm about to go grab something really quick and then I will chat with you guys. All right, friends. So literally I'm just gonna give you guys 3 quick tips, and comment below if you want a full video on this topic, because I feel like I actually could, you know, give you guys multiple tips, like more than just 3, and maybe kind of more details, but for now I just kind of wanted to talk through it. I guess this video is just kind of going to be random, but the first tip that I have is going to be possibly looking into pushing your first meal back if your schedule allows for it, and this is not because intermittent fasting, because basically when you do that you basically are unintentionally, even if you don't want to call it that, are fasting. But the reason for this is not because fasting is better for fat loss. It is simply because sometimes pushing your meals back a little bit can make you adhere to your calorie intake more. So like for me, whenever I drop my calories down, I have less food in the day. If I can push my meal back, so basically I just miss my breakfast meal, start my meals at around, for me, I like to do like around 11. And obviously this isn't every day. Some days I might have to go train early in the morning. And so yes, I will eat early. But on just like a normal day, if I can kind of push it back, just kind of work up until then with just having like coffee or something, train a little bit later in the day, that's what I will do. And basically all that it allows me to do is have bigger meals. So instead of having 5 smaller meals a day, I end up kind of with like 3 to 4 bigger meals, because for me, I would much rather just kind of, I like to feel satisfied, obviously, whenever I eat. So if I can make my meals bigger, even if I get hungrier between them, for me personally, it's worth it, because I feel more satisfied with the bigger meals, if that makes sense. So that's one tactic that you could use. Obviously not everybody's schedule is going to be the best for that. Like I said, if you are somebody who trains in the mornings, things like that, it may not work as well. But if you are somebody who trains after work or something, maybe, you know, you could take overnight oats to work, wait until a little bit later and then eat them. And honestly too, you also have to look at what is your mindset with food, because for some people that is not a good mindset. Like they aren't in a good mindset to be doing things like that. They just kind of need a normal routine with food. But like for me, I know that intermittent fasting is nothing special. I just know that pushing my first meal back helps me hit my calorie intake with feeling more satisfied. And I also find that I have no issue at all if, say, a friend did want to go get breakfast at 10 a.m. and that's before when I usually start eating. I don't care. I'm gonna go. It doesn't bother me. So do check your relationship with that kind of stuff first, but I do think it's a really useful tactic. My second tip is going to be volume foods, especially like the first few days. So make sure that anything that you are having, maybe that you could swap, that's a higher volume option, go ahead and do that. Especially the first few days, because for me personally, and from what I've found with a lot of my clients, is that the first couple of days of being in a deficit are definitely the worst. That's when hunger hormones are the highest, hunger levels, all that. So if we can swap some foods for more high volume options, that can be super helpful. So like some examples would be like if you were eating sweet potatoes for your carb source for dinner, swap that for butternut squash. Same type of thing, but you're gonna get a little bit more for the same carb amount. Also things like adding like shredded lettuce to things, maybe swapping your lunch and having like a really big voluminous salad with like spinach, lettuce, cucumbers, just volume that doesn't take up a ton of your calories. Cauliflower rice, if some people don't handle that as well with digestion, but that's another really good option. Just making those little swaps. I love the Joseph's pita bread thingies, like the pitas. Oh, the pitas. What is this? Okay, sorry. The pitas and the flatbreads both have like really good macros, and because they are high fiber, they help fill me up. And also keep in mind here, I'm not saying that this is because sweet potatoes are bad or rice is bad or carbs are bad. That's not what I'm saying at all. And you still should have carbs in your plan. Like you don't just need to, if you want to cut, you don't just need to slash down to making everything low carb. That's not what I'm saying. I actually still, even right now, I'm still having like 50 grams of carbs pre and post workout. Like I still have plenty of carbs in my day, but making those swaps helps me personally feel a lot more satisfied at my meals because I'm getting a lot more bang for my buck. If you think about it kind of like an allowance, it's like if you have 20 carbs to use, do you want to use that on half a banana, or I guess a small banana, or do you want to have a whole bowl of strawberries? So that's another thing to think about, because I do still try to get my fruit and veggie intake in. Even when my carbs are lower, I just kind of switch over to berries and things instead of bananas. A lot more like rough fibrous veggies just to keep me really full. Like sometimes I'll replace some of my even like starchy sources with more like green veggie sources to just help me feel more full, more fiber. And then another tip is also going to be like those, getting those little stevia sweetened or diet sodas, whatever you like. I like to get the ones that are the sweetened with stevia. I get them at Whole Foods, the Zevias, and like pouring those over ice if you ever need something like between meals to kind of hold you over. I have found that's pretty helpful. And again, with all of this, you do need to make sure that you're mentally in a good place to be doing this, because you know, having to basically restrict yourself from things when you're hungry, if you're already in a bad place mentally, that's not what you need to be doing right now. Anyways, this is just a tip if you are in a good place for fat loss and you would like to do that, then it can be super helpful. So yes, that is that. And then I think that I had one more tip that I wanted to share. So the last tip that I wanted to share, I had to think for a second because I honestly forgot which one I was going to share. Because like I said, I do have a lot, so if y'all want a full video, let me know. But the one more that I wanted to share in this video was to think about adding in or incorporating refeeds into your dieting phase, because number one, this is going to be really good at attenuating hormones and helping keep those upregulated. So things like leptin, things like that do drop a lot with a caloric deficit. It's also going to help to maintain more lean muscle mass, which is also going to help maintain your metabolic rate a little bit more. Lots of things that are beneficial for refeeds outside of kind of helping you with your diet, but that's one big part of it. But on kind of the mental side of things, I think that they can be super helpful because you have, so say, you know, Monday through Friday, you are in that deficit, but you know that on Saturday and Sunday you get to eat at maintenance. That can be more motivating to kind of pull you through the week. And even outside of psychologically, whenever you do get those 2 days at maintenance, sometimes, like I said, we can see leptin levels shoot up a little bit. Leptin is the hunger hormone that makes us feel like satisfied, full. Ghrelin is the one that makes us feel hungry. So sometimes that can help with that. And you just like get a little bit of a mental break. You can also see like whenever we do kind of increase those calories up for those refeeds, sometimes we can see better recovery, better performance in the gym, better mood, better just cognitive function in general. We can see decreased inflammation just due to the increased recovery. So there's tons of benefits from them. And again, like I said, I find that it can be super helpful too, that mentally maybe you know, okay, well on the weekends I have room to go be social because I can order sushi and fit it in because I have a little bit higher carbs. Now, you do have to remember too that this doesn't mean that these need to be free for all days, because then you can very easily put yourself out of the deficit that you're trying to create. But it can still be helpful to just like not be hungry for a couple of days, and it can really help you stick to the diet in the long term, because if you just try to do straight dieting, you know, for the whole time, very likely that, you know, maybe you're going good, and then you're like, all right, I don't like this anymore, I'm freaking hungry, I'm gonna go eat whatever I want, and then you just kind of fall off. Whereas if you know, are going steady and you get little breaks, then it can kind of keep you steady for longer, if that makes sense. So I found that that's really helpful. I personally really like to do, normally I like to do 5 days deficit, 2 days maintenance kind of refeeds, but it does depend on the person and their situation. Sometimes we'll do single day refeeds, totally really depends, but I do think that's definitely something to look into if you are in a dieting phase. But also too, remember, just because it's a new year does not mean that you need to be in dieting phase. Most people probably do not need to be in one. I just wanted to give those tips for you guys. But yes, hopefully those were helpful. Still don't know exactly what the rest of this video will be, but I'll catch up with you guys when I figure it out. It is now Sunday. What's today's date? January 19th, and my camera has 10% left, and I totally forgot that I was even filming this vlog. So the last thing for this vlog, I just got groceries, so I thought I would just show you guys every single thing that I got and then go ahead and close out this vlog. So I'm gonna show you that. Okay, so starting with fruit, I got the big thing of strawberries, some apples, and I believe that's all the fruit that I got. Yeah. And then I got 2 cottage cheese. This is my favorite brand ever. So good. And then also got 2 Greek Light and Fit vanilla yogurts. I got 1 regular potato and then a whole bag of sweet potatoes. I got 2 of these superfood blends. It's like Brussels sprouts, cabbage, broccoli, carrots, kale. I use that in stir fries. Got avocados, broccoli, and zucchini. I'll use this mixed with the zucchini and mushrooms for stir fries. Broccoli I like to roast in the oven. Let's see. Got a big thing of almond milk. Use this for my mug cakes, coffees, smoothies, etc. Chocolate rice cakes just because. Some natural peanut butter because I was out, and I know that this is not the actual quote-unquote most natural, but if you want to come buy my groceries for me at Whole Foods, then I'll let you complain about my Walmart purchases. Some Jell-O mix for my mug cakes, bacon ranch tuna, some Joseph's pita breads. I love to put ground beef, chicken, or really anything in these and bake them in the oven. So good. I got some chicken for my crock-pot barbecue chicken, as well as some organic grass-fed ground beef, 93.7, and then I got some more of my favorite K-Cups, the Cinnamon Dolce Starbucks, which are way overpriced. Those groceries should last me all week. Usually when I buy that amount, they do. Sometimes I'll run out by like Friday, but I usually like eat out Saturday and then go get groceries again on Sunday, so it works out fine. I am trying to just eat out once a week. I actually haven't eaten out in 2 weeks at this point, but I do try to stick to 1 time a week just to save money. So yeah, that's my grocery haul for you guys. Hopefully, I mean, I don't really think that could have been that many ideas that you didn't already have, but hopefully it was like interesting to see. I don't know. Obviously there's other things that I already have, like my oats, all the other things that I eat in my pantry that I wasn't out of, and that kind of stuff. But that's gonna be it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this random video. I know it was just kind of lots of random stuff, food, a little chat, grocery haul, but hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I just really wanted to get a video out for y'all. Be sure to give this a thumbs up and subscribe, and I need content ideas, so if you have any, please drop them below for me. I am running out of ideas, so I mean, I love to do full days of eating, but I know that I can't just have a channel of only full days of eating, so help me out. And that's that. So thank you guys so much for watching. Love y'all, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.